I still haven't figured out whether or not it's a compiler bug. So, yeah, we're just gonna move on from there and pretend that didn't happen, I guess. Well, I do actually want to investigate that, so maybe I should make an actual effort to try and figure that out. So I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna make a new branch, I think. So, what did I do last time aside from that? I wrote this code that I actually don't really like now that I'm staring at it. This could be written a lot more cleanly. I wouldn't have to do this extra scope just to drop the borrow and everything. I mean, non-lexical lifetimes would solve issues like this by making it, I guess, easier to just write code like this and have it compile immediately, but thinking about it, I really don't need this. I could just, I could probably just use a map. Yeah, just use a map over the button option and do another map over that result to do whatever I need to do here, and then do like an unwrap or else. I feel like that makes enough sense. So yeah. Let's try that, I guess. Then I don't need to do this anymore. It's just an idea that I got, and I'm rolling with it. Yeah, so we got this O button, which is just, well, actually, do I even need to do that? Because I could just start mapping right away. Oh jeez. Actually, yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. And what I was doing after this was, I think. Wait, what is it? What's it complaining about? Did I forget something here? I'm really confused. Why is this complaining? Found option. Yeah, I got an option. I'm trying to map over it. Okay, well, we'll just continue on as if nothing really happened. Is it really worth doing a map twice? Does that make sense to do a map twice? That's the real question. Oh boy. Because yeah, I'm starting to realize that I don't really remember what the heck I was doing. Right, this converts it to an owned string. This button ID. Then I pass it in here. Okay, yeah. So we were doing this if let, and then I called that. Do I only need one map then? I don't think I need to do a second map, do I? Because I can, now at this point I should just be able to do an unwrap or else, I think. Yeah, this will have some kind of ID. Then we'll just do this. Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm being silly, I do need to map a second time, don't I? Yeah, I do. Yeah, the problem was I wasn't able to directly pass this ID into this argument of this function because of the borrow checker. So if I want to get through the borrow checking phase, I'm going to have to, well, I think this is going to clone it, essentially. And then I have to pass a reference to that cloned string. So yeah, that I don't have to do two maps. I could probably just combine everything into one, and that would be okay. Yeah, I'm definitely tempted to do that. Let's go for it. Oh, where did my cursor go? Where did my mouse go? Oh, it was just lagging. No wonder. Yeah, this one wants a reference to a string. So if I do this toString, I get an owned string, and then I can take back a reference to a string, and then we're okay. So that's cool, I think. Yeah, it'll update in a moment. It's okay now. Now, if we get something we don't want, then we can throw away the variable because we don't care. And we'll just do a trans none. Actually, I don't even know if this has an argument. I believe that it doesn't. I think this is actually okay. Like this right here. Oh, I don't want that semicolon. I want to make sure that I'm actually returning a value. That isn't unit, I mean. So, what are you complaining about? Yeah. So this should be okay. If it isn't okay, then it's probably because the borrow checker is complaining again. Alright, it looks like it's compiling. I'm so afraid that it's just going to do the same thing that it did that other time, where it just got stuck compiling for, like, ever. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's doing that. Alright, yeah, we're okay. Okay, no, that's not okay. I think... yeah, that's not okay. Is that the only problem, though? That is the only problem, though. Unique access to world, but world is already borrowed. Oh, right, because it's... yeah, now it's in a closure. Ooh. Okay. I'm wondering if I add a scope here. Wait, does that make sense at all? Is that actually going to change anything? I have a feeling it won't. But let's just try it anyway. Yeah, no, it's not going to change anything if I do that. Well, it's already borrowed. Okay, well, that didn't work nearly as well as I thought it would. Wow. On the flip side, if I go back a bit to where I was before I started, yeah, before we did the map and everything, I can at least get rid of the scope. I can get rid of this ugly thing right here. The easy way to solve that problem would be to write this into its own function, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So, how am I going to do that? I could just write a free function out here. Whoops, that's not how you write a free function. That's not the keyword for that. There is no special keyword for that. I don't know what I was trying to do there. This will return... what? It's going to return an option of a string, right? It even says so right there. Also, that's not how signatures work in this language. Wow. I literally dropped this for like, what, 2 days, maybe? And suddenly I can't remember how syntax works. Cool. This is the problem when you write code in too many different languages. Oh boy. So, the function name. Function name comes first. This will be get button ID. So take a reference to self, except there's no self in this context, so that doesn't make sense. It's going to take a world, I guess. I could move this function in here, but I don't really know why I would want to, I guess, is my reason, or why I'm not doing it. I feel like I don't really want to put stuff in the trait unless I have to, because, like, if I put stuff in the trait, that's going to be stuff that whatever struct implements this trait will be able to access, I think. Unless it's, well, Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, I don't have to say that this is public. As soon as I made the trait public, yeah, it was able to... Well, it had to implement this, and... Actually, I'm not sure if it can actually access this. It might not be able to do that. So, maybe it is safe to just throw it in here, but... I don't know. I might just try that later, just for kicks. So we take a world, and I don't remember if there's anything else I need from this in particular. I need the target, and the target's an entity. Okay, so we'll take a target, entity. Oh, I can't take a non-mutable reference to the world, can I? Maybe I can. I can take an immutable reference. I borrow that however I want. Oh, and I need a return type, of course. So that's an option, string. Alright, then I'll just move everything here and there, and that's all we need. There we go. And now I should be able to just call that, and the borrow here will just be dropped at the end of this scope, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, causing problems when I try to compile a little bit later. If I just give it world, will it be okay with that? Does it know how to, like, implicitly convert this mutable reference into a immutable reference, or am I gonna have problems? I guess we'll find out. Also, I really need to clean up these warnings. This is there's too many of them now. I'm kind of getting tired of them. I'm gonna get rid of them after this, because it shouldn't take that long, and it'll probably save me more time in the future, because I don't have to, like, scroll down and stuff and whatnot. Yay, that worked. Cool. So this compiles. Now I should be able to do a map on this. So and then get the option, or do the unwrap, essentially. Yeah, so at this point I'm gonna just call button id dot unwrap, or wait, no. I'm gonna map first using the ID. We're gonna try this again, and then we're gonna do the unwrap or else. Hello? I see it's lagging. Alright. Yeah, those pauses are getting kind of annoying, but I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with that. I like that a little bit better. Reminds me of functional composition. At least in Scala. Yeah, that's how a lot of code ends up being written. It's like a dot map, dot filter, dot whatever. Just chain them all together. Reminds me of home. Alright, cool, that worked. So yeah, that's already a lot nicer. I'm a lot I'm pleased with this. This is good enough for me. So yeah. Now we're gonna try and cleaning up all of these ugly warnings, like this one. Why is this one no warning? Oh, because I've never used that method, of course. Because I'm going to be implementing that soon. This one's not being used right now, but it may be in the future. It probably will be in the future. Variants not constructed, play, yeah, that's another one. Actually, I will be going there shortly. Fast filler. Oh, well, of course, we're not using the fast filler because we haven't. Alright, never mind. You know what? A lot of these are okay. Yeah, the progression filler. The locations. I still need to update this test and, you know, make it more useful. but I haven't done that yet. It's my fault for not getting around to it. Yeah, all this stuff is going to be used. It's just currently not being used. Oh, this stuff I'm probably going to change the name of soonish. This I can probably deal with. Yeah, we'll do that for now. It'll be one less warning, and eventually I will have to use the state data here, I'm sure, but it'll be one less warning for now, and it'll be an easy change later. So I'm okay with doing that. Here's stuff that's not being used. That's important. Yeah, so we'll do that. I still haven't looked into how to actually structure these use statements yet. I know that there's a new syntax, I just need to go and learn it. But they keep changing the syntax so much, so I mean, I don't really want to. I don't have enough motivation. I already changed it to use nested. What's not being used? You're not being used, really. Where are you? You're in main. Okay. Well, in that case... Huh. Draw flat, pause text, and processor? Really? All of those. Also, draw flat and pause text aren't part of asset, so this error is almost misleading if I didn't see this closing curly brace. But, oh, I guess what it does is it just takes the line where it comes from. That's why. Okay, never mind. That's not really a problem. Where is this? This is in main as well. Oh, okay. Well, look at me, just throwing in stuff I'm not even using. I probably will use that stuff. Oh wait, no, I think I'm using that elsewhere now? I don't know. It doesn't matter. If it's not being used, we get rid of it. That's how it works. Same with you. I don't need any of this stuff, so... Yeah, there we go. That's a lot of unused imports right here. Entity... Oh yeah, look at all this. All of these? All three? I mean, we're going to use that eventually, but for now we're not. So, no point. Actually, I could leave that there. I'm okay with that. Really? This one too? Why? Custom game. Really? Huh. I thought I was using these. Maybe I don't need them now. Well, if I do need them, then I can always reach in there and just take them. Oh, that's because the system was here before, right? And then they moved into its own module. Under its own custom game. Yeah. I wonder if the new syntax will help me get rid of all these supers, because they're kind of ugly, I have to say. It's like super, super, super. Super everything. Because in the old system, I think every path was relative, so that's why all that is the way that it is. It's not nice, but... What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? We'll get rid of this guy. There we go. And now we should have a whole lot less warnings. Fewer warnings. I mean, there's still a bunch of warnings, and that kind of sucks, but that's okay. We will be using all that stuff soon-ish. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. I was reading that there's actually a default font in Amethyst. I don't need to use a square font. Supposedly. I actually don't know. I'm gonna try that and see what happens if I delete these lines. skeptical because I don't really want to just try creating these things without those fields, but at the same time, if it's possible for me to avoid using the font that I just basically download from the repo. Yeah, look, it's fine. That's their default font. Is that actually their default font? Wait, that's not actually the default font, is it? If I delete that font from here... Did I just download the default font for no reason? Because I'm an idiot? I would not be surprised. Oh, whoa, uh-oh, ruh-roh. Oh. That's not the default font. That's not at all the default font. Okay. Understood. Understood. Failed to load asset. Okay. Do I need a font? Missing field font. Okay, so it does need the field font, but... what is the default font of Amethyst? I wonder. Let's go find that. Also, I didn't even keep track of how long I've been recording, so I'm probably just gonna stop as soon as I find this thing. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I did some research today. That's something else I should mention. Research that I did was I opened up Crypto the Necrodancer and I looked at their seeded game thing. I forget what it's called. The mode where you get to play a game, but you get to enter in the seed. And it turns out the way that Crypto the Necrodancer does it is you can just enter 10 characters that are like alphanumeric characters, and it'll just generate a seed from that. Or, well, not generate a seed. You're supplying the seed, I guess, but it'll, you know, that's how it'll generate the world. And I'm thinking I don't know if I want to do it that way. The other thing I noted about that was it doesn't let you paste seeds in, so if someone like gives you a seed, you have to actually like type it out. I mean, that's not so bad, but yeah, it is interesting that that's the way that that works. I want to do something that's kind of user-friendly, that isn't, you know, too difficult to understand how it works or how to use it. And I haven't looked at the Link to the Past randomizer page yet. I don't remember what that looks like, but I have seen someone like post like a screenshot of what it looks like at one point, and yeah, I know it has like a lot of bells and whistles currently, so I'm not really sure I want to go down that route. It's something to think about, though. I definitely probably will want to look at how their UI looks and what I want to do, because I think they have like an overwhelming number of options just all in like one place, and it kind of makes sense given the nature of, you know, randomizer, especially when it's literally just like taking a ROM and spitting out like a patch. So yeah, it's definitely something to consider for the future. I definitely don't think I'm going to go with the same kind of UI that they went with, but they probably covered some options that I haven't thought of yet. And I definitely want to add a way to like save your selected options, maybe like alongside the seed. So Yeah, anyway, we're looking for that default font, and the best way to find that is probably to just look up TTF, I guess. What is the default font? Is it literally the square one? That's all I'm seeing. Examples, assets. Well, those are just examples. Also, I should close this because it's not doing anything. No, it doesn't look like that's the default font. I don't think it comes packaged with the font. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense if it came packaged with the font, but I don't know, maybe there's like some kind of default font that just gets used if you use like an empty string or something. I don't know. I wonder how you could specify that if you wanted to, like, cause yeah, this is using a file. Yeah, it's using file. I wonder if there's a way to just say like default. That'd be nice. How would I even know how to check that? Like, that has to be in the documentation then, right? Or at least it should be. Let's see, is there anything about prefabs and fonts? Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, oh jeez, this is... Ugh. The hunt for a font. Is there a default font at all? Someone mentioned it on Reddit, I'm pretty darn sure. Where would that be though? Like, this field... Yeah, I'm not really sure how this what the parser does with this button. Because obviously it takes a transform and it takes a button, whatever that is, but does this whole thing correspond to a UI button? Because UI button is a thing, for what it's worth. Well, this would be the closest thing, so yeah, no, there's nothing here. Okay, that's kind of bad. Didn't I just look up font? I'm starting to forget what I just did. I feel like I did. Oh, how do these prefabs work? I really want to know, like, it'd be incredibly useful, but where would I look for that? Prefab, maybe? I don't know. You know what? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Not worth it. I'm just gonna make my own font. Probably some really crappy font, and I'll use that instead. That's the plan. I'm not gonna do that right now, obviously, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. Can I undo that? No. I just deleted that file and it's gone forever because I'm bad at everything. If I try running this again, what's going to happen? Oh yeah, now it's just gone. Because I can't load that, right? Yeah, because I pointed it at that file and then I deleted it. So that's not good. Oh no. Where am I gonna find a way to make this work? I'm assuming that font has to point to a file, right? Where do I look? Where should I look? Where's the best place to look? Maybe... Oh, this is a stretch. Maybe it's under animation somewhere, or sprites? It could be. That seems pretty unlikely, though. Could be under, like, config files? This prefabs page doesn't do a good enough job of telling me how the .ron files work. For loading prefabs. Like, yeah, you can do that, but... Look at the GLTF example. Okay. Well, I guess that's kind of a hint. It's probably not going to tell me, though, if there's a default font. I'm really starting to believe there isn't one, though. I really believe there isn't. Can I undo what I just did? That was kind of dumb. I don't like it. I did a dumb. Now I feel bad. Or I could just roll with this for now. I'm not going to do anything else, really, I think. Or can I, like, do a restore? No, whatever. Alright, well, that was a mistake. I'll just make my own font later tonight, I think. So I don't have to keep using this square.ttf, because I really don't want to be using their assets. It's just it just feels like a bad idea. Okay, so that's another thing on the to-do list for today. Am I actually going to get around to it, though? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on this weekend, then. It's probably easier. So I guess I should think about what I'm going to do next after this. So I went through all this ceremony just to get systems to run on a per state basis. Then I did something here that I completely forgot the purpose of, so that's great. What was the purpose of this? I for some reason wanted a mutable reference to the world, but I don't know why. Why did I want that? Who calls you? You are called by, like, the custom game or whatever, right? Why did I do this? Now I don't even remember why I did this. Alright, I'm gonna go look at some old footage, actually. Yeah, that's definitely what I need to do. I can't believe it's only been, like, what, 2 days and I've already forgotten what I was doing. Like, man. How quickly my brain just completely forgets about everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop trying to think about this. Actually, why do I even have this I don't need this. What's the point of that? This is just a one-liner. Wait. If this is just a one-liner... No, I thought I was remembering something, but it actually turns out I'm not. I thought I was remembering why I did this. I was like, yeah, I did this because... stuff. But now I don't know. Yeah, okay. Was it this? Oh yeah, it was this. That's right. It was this delete all. Because I wanted to delete all the entities from the world, but I couldn't unless I had a mutable reference to the world, and then... Yeah, that's the reason why. And because I had to make this mutable... what was it? This had to be mutable. But why did this have to be mutable? This has to be mutable because this is mutable. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I think so. Now I'm really not sure. Does this need to be mutable? Could I have passed in like a mutable reference right here? But if this wasn't a mutable reference, then it'd just be an immutable reference. And I don't know if I could convert an immutable reference into a mutable reference. I don't think that works. So I think that's why I did what I did. Unless I dereferenced it first, and then... Maybe. It's a bit of a stretch, I think. But maybe. If I did this first, and then like did one of these, would that work? I have no idea. That definitely don't. It definitely don't like that. Okay, it really don't like that. Cannot borrow immutable local variable as mutable. Okay, understood. Understood. Don't do that. You cannot do that. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, well, I tried a bunch of things. I got stuff working sort of-ish now. World.delete all. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for custom game as it goes back, I think, to the main menu. Actually, no, that's already I'm doing. Wait. No, that's not what I'm doing. Right, this is main menu. I want to do the same thing in custom game when I hit the back button. Yeah, I want to do that here. Probably not the right solution, but it's the solution I'm going with. Also, why is there an underscore here? There is. That's silly. Well, and since I already deleted the font file, I can't really easily test that. Oh well, whatever. I'm just gonna end it here because I've made a mess of the project and there's some more cleanup I have to do. And next time, I think... What am I gonna do next time? There's so many things I could do. I could like start trying to add more options. I suppose try and actually implement the actual game itself. I kind of want to get the seed generation stuff going and working properly. So maybe that's what I'll concentrate on next. I'm still not a huge fan of this whole world.delete all thing though. I feel like there's probably a better way of handling this. Yeah, because right now I'm just doing this creator.create blah on start. But we saw that like just doing a push or doing a pop both of them will cause onStart to be executed. So it doesn't matter how I transition between states. As soon as I enter a new state, I'm going to be calling onStart. So yeah, this will always be executed in that case, which means that I do need to, I guess, like cache this somehow, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't execute this twice. You know, I'll have to look around at other examples and get a better idea, better feel for how all this stuff works.